There's personal and career success. There's something about something you've created and there's success around that. And then there's business. It's like you have a very big, you have a business or a small business, whatever size it is, but it's profitable and you can live off those profits. Your team can and enjoy a kind of independent lifestyle. You have to look for the successes. In every failure, there are successes. It's really about finding that silver lining in every one of those dark clouds of failure or near failure. Success is learning from that experience, not necessarily a monetary value or a new title or something like that. That may come and that's wonderful, but understand that if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're not just chasing money, you're going there to learn. That's the first thing I ask all people who want to kind of join a team or join some of our, startups. What is it you want to learn? If I say I'm the best finance guy in the world, I'm going to come there, I'm just going to do finance the way I've always financed. But you're not open to learning about the business or other ways of being. I don't want that person. I want somebody who's curious and engaged about the mission we're on. And then from that, maybe there's success, right? But they know they're there to learn. And if we can give them those things, they walk away, even if it's a failure, and say, I learned those things and moved on, right? So
brilliant.
We invest in Europe, but we also in Southeast Asia. We invest in India. We invest in Canada. We invest in Latin America. Beyond, your typical, where is Silicon Valley, right? I'd love to be in Africa. We just haven't had enough time and enough, resources to really go after Africa as well, or the Middle East. But there are incredibly smart people everywhere. Why? Because we have university systems that allow people from anywhere in the world to come to those universities for the most part. And then a lot of time now that the economy and technology has become much more democratized, they can go back home and do those things. So they don't just have to go to a US college or a UK university or some amazing prestigious place in France or somewhere. They can get those educations and bring them home. Usually get it right in town nearby them in their country, because this is no longer 1990, 2000s. This is a whole new world of democratization of education, both in a institutional form as well as an online form. Like, it's amazing what kids can learn, just by watching YouTube, good and bad things, but hopefully good things, on YouTube, other things. And you're like, you've learned what? And you're like, they're becoming an expert in a certain thing they love, and they didn't have to go to school for it. So as far as I'm concerned, those are really important, is to you do that.
Mm. And I was told that you see a great spark in India. And what is it that you see?
Yeah, I've been to India once, and I'm looking forward to going for much longer. But India is a tremendous country of talent. Look at all the CEOs, Fortune 500 or otherwise, even startup CEOs in the US, in Silicon Valley. Some of them, my friends, Indian. I have 15, 20 people that are amazing, who are born in India, came to Silicon Valley, or some amazing entrepreneurs in India themselves. Kunal Shah is a perfect example of that. As Kunal, I just met him. I was like, this guy just knows what he's doing. I'm like, can I give you a check? Can I invest? And then we talk every so often, and about the thing. He even read the book, and I hope he learned some stuff. He liked it. So there are entrepreneurs everywhere. There are capabilities, technique everywhere. And one thing that people forget is there are unique problems everywhere in the world. And Silicon Valley cannot solve all the problems because they don't even have an awareness of those. So when we lived in Indonesia, we saw all of these problems. I saw like problems in India as well, and said, okay, we're going to bring all of that knowledge and all of these details and network to bring to bear on the problems of those local and those local communities. Local could be very big, as we know in India, that's a very big locality, so that we can help them, because it's not just about big business. To me, the next generation of internet success is going to come from small and medium businesses. The small and medium businesses who grow to be a much larger medium or even a business over time. Farmers, agriculture, aquaculture, retail, even on the streets, logistics. And every single country has a different way to solve the problem because they have different infrastructure. So India is ripe. We are investing there. We've already have a couple of investments. We're making more. We're an LP at funds in India. I want to spend more time, and I want to get with those great entrepreneurs that I got to work with in Silicon Valley, but work with them in India, right on their home turf.
Absolutely. And I really hope you do that. Now, my last question to you before you leave, and you can tell everybody about your book. This platform is all yours. One is, what is Tony Fadell learning today? What are you? Because I think I have learned something from you, which is go to something or do something in which you are learning. You're not learned a trade and then going for a job, but you go into a job to learn more. What are you learning more, Tony?
So that's a great question. And what I learned today is I learned all about climate, health, and societal technology that can help in those three domains. So what we do is we find incredible startups who can teach us about markets, who can teach us about pain points and problems, who can teach us about some local solutions that can truly help the planet, help that society, or help individual with their health. That's what I focus on. So in I don't know, over 200 companies, technology companies around the world, and they feed us with new ideas every day. I get to learn, and even better, I get to learn about something in health and something over here in sensors, and bring those two companies together and have them learn about each other. So it's learning all this stuff. It's oxygen for my brain. It is challenging, but it is so rewarding when you can see these companies with 2 people, 3 people rise up and change massive systems and help for the better. And I have lots of examples. We even have one in India today. So that we're hoping to work with the government on, which is Micro. Mineral Micro is all about electricity distribution. They make basically amounts to a transistor-like relay. So relays, up and down, they open and close a circuit. Very mundane. Nobody really thinks about them unless you're a techie. They haven't been innovated since 1880, I think it is, something like that. This switch now is the transistor version of the vacuum. So this switch is the transistor version of the relay. We can now get rid of all these losses. 60% of the world's energy that's produced is wasted. Wasted away as heat or something else. It goes into these systems. So you go, wait a second, if we save 60%, even half of that, we might not be in such a dire problem that we have today. So let's go fix those inefficiencies. So this one company makes a switch. India today takes between 7 and 8% of their all energy consumption, simply on fans, ceiling fans in homes. That's how much energy you guys all need for fans. If you put our switch in, we can save 2 to 4% of that. In other words, it goes from 8% to 6 or maybe even 4% by just changing out the control thing on your fan that's in the wall. We could save up 4% of all of energy used, electricity in India, by one thing.
Time for a short break, but we are going to come back on Chai Chat and pick on the brains of Tony Fadell more. He has so much more yet to offer.